Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But now let's talk about the overall market. I'm going to give you guys a full-on market analysis. You guys are really enjoying these updates, so continue supporting and you will continue to see these updates. So if we're looking at the overall market, we're seeing a bounce going into Tuesday morning. But most importantly, what you want to remember is yesterday, as you were approaching Monday morning, we did see that market pullback, anticipating that, we're going to see the stock market see another wipeout, which we did. We actually did see the stock market see a $2 trillion wipeout today, this morning. And, we're seeing crypto actually rebounding. And I'm going to talk about what is happening, whether or not we are out of the woods, in my opinion. But pretty much if you took advantage of that dip, you could see this for yourself. You are up 20 to some coins are even up 40% in just the last 24 hours. And I know some people are having an absolutely amazing day. You could pretty much see Brett is up 32.4%, Tau is up 40%. And if you're looking at I think the top 200 coins, there's some that are up way more. You can see this for yourself, 85.3% this Nairo coin. But again, this is a meme coin, so pretty much a lot of meme coins did get impacted quite substantially, and these exact same meme coins are rebounding much quicker. So let's take a closer look and see what we're looking at in terms of the broader market. But before I do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So pretty much looking across the board, you are seeing a lot of coins feeling the love right now, and I'm going to share as to why this is happening. You're looking at Solana up 21.4%, and if you watch my Solana update yesterday, I mentioned to you guys that how good of a deal this really is for Solana, how I'm actually happy rather than being ticked off, because Solana, along with some of these other coins that I've been keeping an eye out on, are at such a cheap discount. You can see this for yourself. These bounces speak for themselves. If you caught them, you can see across the board everything seems to be up right now, literally everything, and majority of these coins are actually up double digits. Mantel is also up 21.4%, so you guys get the idea. But let's take a closer look and see what we're looking at in terms of the broader market, and see whether or not we're actually out of the woods just yet. So crypto fear and greed index is in extreme fear, and again, doesn't surprise me, because what we have actually come out of this was by far the biggest drop of the year of 2024, the most extreme FUD and extreme fear for the crypto markets. And again, shouldn't really come as a surprise that we're seeing so much uncertainty within the markets right now. Looking at some news, you can see 1.93 trillion wiped out from the US stock market so far today, and you can see Taiwan stock market suffers worst losses since 1967. And again, a lot of global political stuff happening as well, and obviously the global economic factor is not looking too good as well. You're seeing Japan stock market see a massive crash, as well as Taiwan's now. And on top of that, US stock market, pretty much if you're measuring it from if you're measuring it from Friday till Monday, obviously Saturday, Sunday, you can't really put that in consideration because the markets are closed. But you're looking at about almost $5 trillion that has been wiped out of the stock market. And if that doesn't surprise you, I don't know what will. And a lot of people are talking about, they need to cut their interest rates down by 0.75. I think that's not going to cut it. I think that is not going to cut it. I think that's not going to fix anything. I think the printer is going to start going burr, and obviously we know that meme that is everywhere. If you are in the crypto world, or even in the stock market world, that there's that famous meme or a gif, whatever you want to call it. But anyhow, now that we have this out of the way, considering what has been happening across the board, you're actually seeing Bitcoin, which a lot of people are not big fans of. But obviously this time around, you're seeing ETF, you're seeing massive asset managers, governments, actually talking bullish about Bitcoin, and of course blockchain itself. And your crypto is actually holding much better than the traditional markets right now. So this brings the question: actually, is this the first time where we're actually going to see crypto do what it was built for? Remember, we're still in a bull market, so we need to keep that factor in mind as well. Crypto is still in a bull market. We're in a bullwards trajectory, and of course those are some factors that people completely tend to forget. But let's take a closer look and see what's happening with the price of Bitcoin, and whether or not I personally think that we're out of the woods. So if you're looking at Bitcoin dominance index right now, what I want you guys to understand is this: we actually saw a yearly high at 57.3% as the market uncertainty uncertainty, as the sell-off was continuing, you were seeing the dominance index continuing to go up. We have seen, as the price of Bitcoin is rebounding a little bit, you are seeing the price, the dominance index percentage actually falling a little bit. Nothing too crazy, again, but this is a huge reason you're seeing altcoins actually sending right now across the board. But let's take a look at Bitcoin. So of course we know what happened with Bitcoin. $49,141 was retested yesterday, and I spoke to you guys about the 48,000 support. So pretty much very close, I would say. Pretty much what we spoke about actually did end up happening quite sooner than a lot of people expected. But now if I'm showing you guys on the daily time frame, the price of Bitcoin has bounced quite a bit. Let's actually put this into perspective. Bitcoin went up 13.47% from this drop, and now as the price of Bitcoin is trying to head towards the upside, you're seeing so much resistance coming in its way. But what I'm personally thinking is going to happen is now, a lot of people are going to start thinking, oof, Bitcoin's going to start going up, because let's face it, we're not out of the woods yet in terms of the stock market, and that is the correlation that we had, with Bitcoin as well, along with the stock market going down. Sorry. So right now I don't think we're out of the woods yet. I still personally think, of course, you guys know my confirmation level is 64k. As long as the price of Bitcoin is above 64, I'm happy. But right now that's not the case, and I still do think, I have this gut feeling that we will see lower prices being retested once again, believe it or not. Because let's face it, we haven't really gotten that confirmation that the cut has even happened to begin with. We haven't gotten that, and on top of that, we know the elections are going on. Donald Trump is one of the most highly anticipated candidate to take over this election and win the election. But again, we never know until the election actually does end up happening. But what he did today was he was on stream, I think, with one of the streamers named Aiden Ross. And he said on Aiden Ross's stream that, hey, I am going to, no, he's basically pretty much saying on the thing that, hey, everyone go buy the dip of Bitcoin. So again, could that be the reason as to why Bitcoin is actually bouncing? Because Donald Trump has spoken, and I know a lot of people are going to come out and say, wow, Crypto ZX, it's Donald Trump, who cares? No, guys, that guy has a lot of power, because he could potentially be the president once again. And if he says something like that, that can have a huge role, and it could be a huge catalyst pretty much behind Bitcoin, or whatever the case may be. And in this case, it's Bitcoin. So we need to keep that factor in mind. Let's also consider, what if he didn't come out and say this? Could we have seen a little bit of a bounce for BTC? I would really like to know what you guys personally think regarding that. But with that being said, I still do believe that we're not out of the woods yet for Bitcoin, even though we're seeing a little bit of a fake out. This is a complete, this could be a complete fake out. I'm very optimistic it is, because I've seen these types of moves before, and again, now that a lot of people start building confidence, maybe the price of Bitcoin goes up to 57.8, just to see a fake out, and a lot of people start getting excited. The FOMO feeling comes in again, and that's where you see the whales come out and shake out completely, all the longs piling up. So again, stay away from leverage trading. That's how I'm currently analyzing the overall market. I still think that there could be more downside for altcoins, and we do retest yesterday's lows. And again, if Bitcoin is able to go back above 64k, and we do hear some more bullish news coming out, and then I think that could have potentially been the bottom. But we still have to keep an eye out on the market and be very cautious. So again, just a quick reminder, if you've made those profits just in the last 24 hours, and I know some of you made quite a bit of profits, lock them in, and have some stop losses in place. I personally think that Bitcoin can actually retest $45,840. I actually think that is still in the books. Again, my own personal opinion, only time is going to tell. Let me know down below what you guys think. Love each and every one of you guys. We'll see you tomorrow with Crypto ZX, and peace out.